In today's video we're going to talk about 100 baggers, investments that return 100 times the money that you put in. There's a few of them. In this case we're going to go over private equity. Hey, I'm Andreas. I've been investing for over 10 years and let's go over the why you might want to do private equity, a little bit what it is and how it works. Let's say that you're in a stage of your financial journey where you maxed out your pension, contributing 15% every month, using company match. You have a nice juicy portfolio on the side, some growth stocks, you might have some dividend stocks, you have emergency funds, everything is on lockdown. It's not going to make a whole lot of difference for your financial situation if you continue to invest 15% of your paycheck grows into the pension every month and you're looking to add some extra spice to take your life from having a home all paid off, nice car, stuff like this, to perhaps being able to afford a yacht or a blue Bugatti, whatever it might be. Well, then you need to look at higher risk type of investments. In this case, we're going to talk about private equity. Now, private equity just means that the company is not listed on a stock exchange. You can't buy it on Nasdaq, New York Stock Exchange, OMX S30, nothing like this, alright? It's a liquid type of investment. For example, a mom and pop shop, the local pizzeria, will be private equity. It's perhaps held by the owner and his family, and they own all the shares in that company. So how do you get into this type of company, a private equity company? Because before all the companies listed on the stock exchange was listed on the stock exchange, there was private equity. For example, Palantir went public via a SPAC, and then the people who owned it had a liquidity event and they were able to cash in on shares. The same with Alphabet, starting in a garage and then being listed on the stock exchange. This is a very successful event for everyone involved, and everyone involved makes a lot of money. Just look at, for example, Snowflake recently. Extreme success story. However, a more common exit event will be that another private equity company buys everyone out and continues to develop this company, sell it to another one, and then perhaps take it public after that. But these are the type of exit events. So illiquid, it can take a bit of time, but it can make a huge difference. And as I said in the beginning of the video, you could 100x your initial investment. Also, you can go broke, like any type of investment. It has a lot of risk. Money can go to zero, of course. Alright, so how do you get in on private equity? There's a few ways to do it, but the riskier one, where you have the potential to change your financial situation and make a lot of money, is if some friends of yours, someone you know, family, something like this, is starting a business and they're doing funding. They're seeking capital to take this business off the ground, to scale it. They're going to have expenses, they're going to need equipment, they're going to need perhaps workers, salespeople, everything like this. This costs money, and then they just hope that they can scale quickly enough for profits and revenue to be able to keep up with these expenses and that the company does not go broke. Usually they do more funding rounds, so they start with perhaps some family and friends, and then they go to angel investors, private equity companies in seeding rounds and get more capital as they show growth and potential. And they do a few rounds of this, and then after that, if you are lucky, you get to do an exit event like a sale of the entire company to some private equity firm, or perhaps listing the company on the stock market, and then you can sell your shares to the general public. So those are the type of exit events that you will be looking for in private equity. How do you get in on deals like this? Well, this is more difficult. Most people are never gonna see this type of opportunity, and that's okay. You don't need to do private equity to get rich. It's just one way to do it. Of course, you can start your own business, be an entrepreneur, but the easiest one from the investing perspective is to just know people, to have a network and see, alright, what's going on here? People are launching this type of business, seeking funding, they're showing growth, they're selling things, and there's a clear path to profitability potentially. And then if you have a good reputation, perhaps you have some knowledge that you can offer as well to help the company grow, then potentially you can get to take a stake in this company. So in my case, I will take a stake in a beverage company, sell my Google shares that I accumulated while working there, and just putting them into a private enterprise. It makes a lot of sense in my situation because those shares are not going to make a huge difference for me, whether they grow, go down. It's not going to make any difference, but private equity could potentially 100x. So by taking extra risk, I have that little added spice in my life that perhaps I can have a lot higher quality of life. If it goes to zero, it doesn't make any difference, but if it succeeds big time, well, then perhaps rather than having a small house in Thailand, I can have a very big house in Thailand in a few years, with a jet ski and a blue Bugatti, of course. Well, that's been it for this video, talking a bit about private equity. Hopefully you found it interesting, educational, and as always, hope you make a ton of money, whatever investments you decide to make. Take care now, bye bye.